Welcome everyone to another podcast. My name is Judith Amaral, and I'm here at the GOF Festival, which has sadly come to an end. It started on the 26th of September, and today's the 28th. We have had several speakers giving us an insight on what they gave us workshop. GOF is the Grote Opdracht Festival in Dutch. In English is the Great Commission Festival, and we are meant to grow. And so that was the theme of the program, and the theme was involvement and connection in the mission. We had about church growing up and church bringing back life to church as well, and church planting and how to start church as well. And today I have a very kind guest with me. Her name is Lubi from Newbold, and she's going to tell you more about who she is, about what she does, and how that's incorporated in the GOF Festival. So welcome, Lubi.
Thank you very much. My name is Lubi Müller. I work as the head of marketing and communications at Newbold College.
Okay.
And that has been my privilege to be there for the past 3 years.
Okay.
And maybe just to give a little bit of background to the listeners, Newbold went through a transition around 2020 and the COVID time. And that was a time of restructuring and reorientation with the main emphasis to strengthen the links within the church and make Newbold embedded and relevant for church. And so my role very much relate to that, to realizing where the church is, what the needs are, what people go through. And it's a complex time within the church and outside of church.
Yes,
so
yes.
the complexity we face politically, philosophically, sociologically, and so on.
Yeah.
And then, of course, it transpires within our church setting. And how
Yes.
do we deal with it? And how do we prepare pastors and our church members for these challenges? So that's part of our role. I think it's a kind of communicating both ways, listening to what is happening within the field, particularly within the TD division,
Yes.
and then how we can respond to it properly.
And how has the Brexit actually affected the fact that Newbold is no more part of the European part of this world?
Yes, yes.
How did that affect
Yes.
it?
Well, I think generally, based on the conferences we go to for the UK universities to understand the setting, I think everyone faces these challenges within UK. Many schools are closing, and that is sad because UK has probably about 100 top universities, not just within Europe, but the world.
Yeah.
So it's challenging for everyone.
Yes.
And most of the higher education landscape has been shaped by actually international students, not just for Newbold, but for the UK as well.
Yes.
So the Brexit has a big impact that is going to trigger down through over a number of years, visa issues and so on. But those are challenges. It's not the end. It's a challenge there are, you look for solutions.
Yes.
So we keep wrestling with it. And of course, Newbold is currently also in a digital space.
Yes.
So people who can't, for example, come or not just for visa issues, but maybe they have different life circumstances. They have already families. They have jobs. That's a normal part of life.
Yes.
So then we try to find solutions that work for them as well.
Work for them.
Yes.
That's a very good way of approaching what's happening at this moment. And so you said you're head of the marketing.
Correct.
And so you've been here for those couple of days for the GOF. What did you do here?
Yes. So we love coming to Netherlands. This is not the first time. Just the recent event was a wonderful event last year, Back to Basics, the Youth Congress. And so this is sort of a continuation of our collaboration with Netherlands. Of course, we have several wonderful graduates here who are here and who invited us to come and be part of this place. So I love that aspect of collaboration. This event was wonderfully focused on the church planting, revitalization, church leadership. But beyond that, we also had here recently workshops on homiletics. So we were asked by Pastor Gabriel Kwesi to do that. And likely there is going to be a sequence next year coming up. So it's sort of in talks and planning. So whatever resources we can share as a Newbold, we see it as a way of serving the church
indeed.
beyond training pastors. You know,
Yes.
we are here for more than that. We are here to help church members be more find their biblical foundations or find something from the contemporary solutions for church what they
Yes.
can use in their ministries.
Because I spoke to Don Serve
Yes, as a
earlier, the
principal,
new
yes,
principal,
that's
and
right.
he was also talking about implementing e-learning in the new education that
Yes.
that is coming, making platform for that. You have then transition. You have seen the transition between the
Yes.
old, the first principal, and then
Yes.
Serb. How are you taking that to the
The
new
transition.
Yes.
I do think that I worked with Dr. Steve Carell very closely, and I very much appreciated his passion for church, and he had rich experience in academic administration as well as pastoral studies, and that I found as a very inspiring, a good combination to be able to embed and help re-embed Newbold closely within the church. And I very much appreciate now Dr. Dan Sepp, who is having a lot of collaborative and visionary kind of spirit that he brings on board, very open to new initiatives, and his background in yes, a little bit of conflict resolution, what I see, also psychology, bringing people together. I think that is very valuable skill that Newbold can utilize,
use,
and yeah.
So having those two
Yes.
Leaders, and also being here, done service here indeed, and he has been able to give a workshop about revitalization. For you as a marketing, what was important for you to present here for Newbold?
I do think that at these parts of or this kind of workshops or events, there are multiple things that usually happen, and that is for people to realize that no matter which part of the walk of life we are, if we have a heart for ministry, there is always something to be there.
Yes.
And for young people, it can be a mission project that they want to do for a short time. Maybe they don't want to be really in ministry, in pastoral ministry, but they have certain passion.
Yes.
For lay church members, it can be, youth work or pathfinder work, or it can be church planting. You were really great, and I've loved some of the people I talked to. You have a wonderful group in Rotterdam, and it was just fascinating to hear some of the stories.
Yes.
And so it's wonderful to see that people hunger for knowing more, knowing better, and be equipped in all sorts of ministries and walks of life. And of course, then also seeing our graduates, the pastors here, how they're serving and how amazingly they use their gifts and what they learned in practice. So it's a multifaceted thing.
Yes.
Education is not just creating pastors, relevant pastors, but equipping the church to serve contemporary world.
Indeed. And so you talked about that mission work and young people.
Yes.
How would a young person who has the heart for work, what is the step they should take with Newbold at the background? Because I spoke to Pastor Dan, and we talked about getting Newbold closer to the people. So how should a young person who has the heart to be, what should they start?
Okay. If they want to, I think the easiest thing is just to come visit us. We have a visit us program.
Oh, right.
That is, for 1 to several days, they can come. We fund part of it. Usually the conference or union finds also some money too. So we collaborate on these things. And it's a very simple way to just come see the place, see classrooms, see the community of young people.
Okay.
Many times, particularly when young people come from smaller environments, smaller churches. And in Europe, we have a lot of that.
Yes.
They really tell us that they value the like-minded community and bigger community of young people that they can wrestle with together with certain questions that they have on their minds. And so being with us for that kind of experience is valuable. For shorter time. So, for example, the mission projects we have, they spend a semester at Newbold.
Okay.
And this mission, one-year mission service program is actually fully funded by TD. So that is kind of the shorter way of being at Newbold, semester, then doing something with ADRA up to a year all together, and then they are free to go and do whatever they want to. Some of them come back and they want to
right.
study more. Some of them go and enroll in uni or go back to the jobs that they had before. So anything from visiting, like from 1 day, 2 days, kind of just to have a exposure,
idea,
you know,
yeah.
through these kind of programs that are very flexible, are short term, up to studying full time for ministry. And we have people who come and they say, I want to be a pastor, you know,
Yeah.
I just know it. And
Yes.
so there is a broad spectrum of
Yes,
people
yes.
with their interests and where are they on their walk with God, and discerning that call and kind of figure out what is appropriate for me at the moment. We can help with that.
Okay, so you guys can help with, I have this passion.
Yes,
I don't know what to do with it.
exactly.
I don't know how to found it. I don't know how to where to go. And so when I go to Newbold,
We can help them
I
sort
can
it
help
out.
sort it out.
Yes.
So and is there some where can, if I would go to the website, what website? What should I type in to look? What information should I type in to get the information that I need?
Okay, so it is www.newbold.ac.uk.
Okay.
And then over there, when they come, they will see the profile from study, what can you study, how can you visit,
Yes.
up to the apply. And we have also contact information there. So for all the inquiries, they would come directly to our department as the first place
Okay.
of contact. And then depending on what they are interested in, sometimes it's more on the academic side, sometimes it's more just, I want to come to visit. You know, we would work with them then
Okay.
to find additional people that they can connect to and find out more for what they need to know.
What they need to know.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't matter where you are in the world.
No.
You can just contact you on your website.
Yes,
And there find how to come and visit and find out whether that's for you.
exactly.
And whether there's something for you. And I
Exactly.
believe there is something for anyone.
Anyone.
Because I refer to him again. Then Sir was talking about giving education in all kinds of level of the of life.
Yes.
So not only pastors, but more practical things that they can use to. And so how does the marketing work with that?
Yes. So what we do, I would say, are the first line of contact for people. So what we usually do is when we go to various events or when people contact us, we try to see where they are on their journey, you know, and what the main interest would be. And then based on these profiles of type of people who come to us, then we navigate them through that place.
Okay.
And our department essentially deals with this part, but we also then deal with stakeholders, so in the alumni space. So sort of being connected and making sure that we as a Newbold have a good understanding of what support the church needs, and then who is out there that can embrace Newbold, represent it, who can help us further in sharing what Newbold is about.
What Newbold is about. And talking about Newbold and the Great Opdracht Festival.
Yes.
Are these kind of festivals then necessary, do you think?
Yes, I do think, because I do think that local places need to have qualified people to in particular in Western Europe, because it's a very well educated space in the world. So we would like to have church members, of course, that and the church members want it themselves. They keep telling us that they want to be updated on various items, and then how those for example, psychology, sociology, how that relates to theology, because you have various church people coming to churches with various backgrounds, and you want to have that Christian vantage point to be able, but also a meaningful conversation that can hold up, their stand next to their backgrounds.
Yes.
And so in that sense, I do think that having that capacity, those resources, and share them with the field is very important from our space.
Yeah.
So, and I call it's sort of like a hub of resources. We would like Newbold to be seen that way.
As a hub, yes.
As a hub that for no matter what you need in a church, you think of Newbold, you come for that type of a resource, and we are willing to share it.
Think
and
of
work with it.
Newbold.
Think Newbold.
Think
Yes.
Newbold, yes.
Think
That was
Newbold.
Think Newbold, yes. Yeah, so when
Yes.
thinking of Newbold, does it mean that it doesn't matter what kind of aspect in your life you are you also able to go there, or is it meant for only the young people?
No, of course we have actually. I would say that the many of our students, it's a second career students. So people who tried something in their life and they constantly feel that call to ministry in one way or another. So we have a very, very large population of our students in that age bracket and and that life journey bracket. So it's not just for young people, it's for all the ones. There are flexible ways of studying.
Okay.
Very recent one, and I think it's a very unique program that we have. It's called Grad Dip in Theology and Religion.
Okay.
And that one is for people who have actually their careers and they would like to keep them, but they see that they could benefit from biblical foundations for doing their work.
Okay.
I often think of teachers, social workers,
Yes.
Educators, so there are certain fields that are very much related to the space of theology.
Yes.
And people would come to us and say, I want to know a little bit more. I am a Bible teacher. I want to know Asian language. I want to know Hebrew. I want to dig into it. Or I want to know about young people currently. What do they go through?
What do they need? Yeah.
So so we have programs, either certificates or this grad dip diploma, graduate diploma, that don't necessarily go for pastoral ministry, but they can tap into these resources, get that academic depth, and then use it for what they do.
Yes, because when we think Newbold, we always think pastor.
Yes.
We don't think beyond that. We don't think that
Exactly.
it has different things to offer. And so having those educations, those things possible,
Yes.
makes it more, I think, practical for others, that it's not only being pastor that you need to do, but you can use it for your daily life.
Exactly.
And hopefully keep it in God's work.
Yes.
Yes, so that's very good to know, because the view, I don't think the view of Newbold used to be, well, for my generation, maybe think that only pastors. How do you reach so we are here at GOF.
Yes.
How do you reach beyond this kind of festivals? How do you reach others? How do you reach the individual in your church? How does Newbold do that?
Yeah, so we do have multiple kind of layered approaches, and from the physical ones, it is particularly within the UK because of the proximity. We are able to go to a number of events. There is also something called Newbold on the Road, and that is in collaboration with campus ministries, where our students would go to church and prepare a whole program.
Okay.
We do go to churches when churches invite us to come for various programs beyond that. Our lecturers, excellent lecturers, they are often on the road as well for various workshops like here. But it can happen in many other countries as well throughout the TED. So that's the scope.
Okay.
And then, of course, it's the digital world as well. So the whole space of social media, podcasts or videos, being embedded in other communications channels of the regional places. So if people want to know about Newbold news, they can go to their communication director within their department. We try to communicate with them and send them our information as well, so it can be as seen relevant, embedded in the newsletters or the local social media coverage as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so do you think that presenting yourself has changed over the years? How you show yourself to the world? Has it changed over the years that you are working there?
I do think so. I think for these kind of endeavors, it's always an element of longevity, of setting certain course and just staying consistent with the course. So I think for the time being, at least I can speak just for the part of when I started. So the last 3 years, I have seen positive responses, and I really value it. And I think that's one of the most beneficial parts of my job, when I see young people and older people coming with very open hearts and a very big passion for God's work. And you say, oh Lord, you just give me privilege to do this job, that we can help just navigate your resources. And we treat it very carefully, because it's ultimately God's children and God's work. And we are just essentially helping to guide it a little bit. And I am really thankful for having that privilege. And I'm thankful for the results that we have received, and for all the people who see that and who want to be involved.
Indeed. And one last thing, what's the Newbold experience?
What do you mean?
Well, Pastor
Sorry.
Adrian,
Okay.
Pastor Dan Serb talked about the Newbold experience. That's he wants that when people come there, they feel that they have given like they have given the opportunity to get those tools. Have you heard about that?
Okay. I wonder maybe what we there are a couple of experiences. What we do from the marketing standpoint, if I would say, so we have a visit us program that might be referring to.
Yes.
So what we do is we invite people to come and they visit classes. They become part of the student activities in the evening. So our student life is very vibrant. There are regular weekly Bible sessions, Bible studies they have, where actually the students themselves present how they go through their spiritual journey. There are worship services. There are also fun social activities, of course, and so on. We have wonderful worship service being also embedded at the church. On campus with a Newbold Church as well. So there are several church services, each slightly different, so people can kind of go and find out. And of course, being close to London, many people, when they come for Newbold experience, they get also English experience and London experience. So I think it's a wonderful package of, being exposed to slightly something different in terms of also culture. England and so on. But then, of course, having that spiritual community and seeing what resources are available.
Yes, that's very good. And how old should you be to be able to? What's the minimum age to be able to enter into Newbold?
Newbold. I don't want to be mistaken. This is more question for admissions. But for Newbold experience, so the visiting us, there is no age limit. So we would have mostly, the early high school, kind of the teens, late teens, maybe kind of towards the end of high school. So when they come and kind of experience Newbold this way. And then I believe that the programs that we have, start essentially from after high school age, so about 18 plus, for being enrolled into either bachelor program or the one-year mission service, those kind of. But if they want to visit, they can be also younger, because sometimes it takes a couple of years for people to kind of settle their mind, like I want to do this, or maybe I want to do that, mission trip or so. So they need to process it, and parents as well. So they can come as early as 15, 16 to have a look.
I want to thank you so much, Lubi, for this insight on Newbold.
Thank you
the
so
work
much.
that you do. It's very inspiring that you guys want to bring education with relation so close and to the people. Thank you for taking the time to speak to me.
Thank you so much for having us. It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.